Hey dear Sagittarius, I'm going to do your eclipse reading. Hopefully I can keep these a little short. And please guys, like or comment if you resonate with any of this, and of course don't force it if it doesn't, and subscribe if you want to hear more. I am asking because I am new, so it's hard to get views. But for those of you who have, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I do. I really love doing this. I love trying to help people and nurture people. And sometimes we need a little comedic relief too, right? On my other channel, I try to put in some funny when I can. My paranormal channel. Let's see. Because I have been through so many crazy things. All right. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Okay. I feel like I need to pull 2 out of that one for some reason. Nice. Very nice. Good Lord, are you kidding me? Sag, y'all actually going to have a decent eclipse? That's the first one with good news I've seen. Not kidding. It looks like in the recent past you've dealt with some family issues. Maybe some trouble in the home. You could have trouble with your finances, trouble paying your mortgage. You might be having trouble with just arguing with your family members, either in your house or people that you see as in your house during the holidays. You know, with the holidays coming up, I feel like this really does represent a lot of issues for a lot of people when it comes to family they plan on seeing over these next few months. And that looks like that's what you've been dealing with for the past week or two with these eclipses that have already happened and all of this intense energy. And right now it looks like you actually are on a journey currently, whether it's metaphorically, spiritually, or physically, actually moving on from something or moving towards something. You could actually be traveling right now to go see family or to leave, because if you have this in the recent past and this now, you might actually be moving out. You know, you might be moving to your own place. And then during the eclipse that's coming up on the 8th, you have the World card upright. So it shows me it's very likely that some of you, for who this sounds really specific, but I think for some of you or one of you or whoever out there might legitimately be moving out from your family. You are not getting along and you're actually going out into the world. You know, you're basically rejoining society. You, like many people, may have spent way too long with just family, kind of like getting wrapped up in constantly catering to your family and taking care of your family and being there for your family, but feeling like your actual social life has just like gone down to a trickle. And, you know, isolation is just not healthy for any of us. We need to get out there. It's another reason why I like to do these videos, is because I need to get out there. I live in a very isolated area with very few people, especially people that do stuff like me. And so getting on YouTube helps me get to be around other people. It puts my voice out there and I can receive something back, right? And so I think a lot of you guys out there, some of you may be planning on doing your own videos too, you know, because the world card can also be social media, the world in the virtual world. You know, you might actually be building a presence. You may be tired and fed up with just the life at home and want to be out in the center and on stage or something, you know, which would be good for you. You know, it's not easy. This is a very intense eclipse. It's going to be a T-square to a Scorpio stellium. That is a lot of deep energy. But I think you guys got it, don't you? I did get this card, but this card wanted to come out too. This card calls for extreme patience and focus. And this is the gateway, enchantment, the calling of your soul. I think some of you really are feeling a calling on your soul to pursue bigger dreams, to pursue bigger life out there, to get out there. You know, maybe some of you are moving into a bigger city, which is actually probably what your family said you don't want to do. Oh, with this inflation and with all of this chaos, you don't want to move into a big city. But maybe you're so fed up with isolation and being alone, you want to. You know, you feel the call. Only you know what's best for you. If you feel that spirit calling you to move into a bigger city, or maybe you're being called to move into a smaller city, maybe you're being called to just move to the other side of town or just out of your family life. Maybe you're just being called to be on, you know, social media more and reaching out to people. This can even be online dating. Maybe you're tired of like, you know, a broken family and moving on alone, because even though this is a movement card, it's a really sad card, you know, with the head hanging down and swords everywhere. It's almost like moving on because you've been mistreated, or moving on because you feel like you were defeated in some way. But with this during the eclipse, I think you have a lot of hope and a lot of goals and a lot of dreams. I do feel like you feel, I got the chills. You feel the calling, don't you? You feel it. A lot of us do. There are so many people across the world right now that are feeling this calling for something more. You know, it seems like the powers that be, the media, the elites, the ones running the show behind the scenes want us constantly scared and afraid and panicking and hating and division and fighting. And it's weird that this is during the election, right? And I think many of us are feeling a call to just say no to the bullshit, a call to look for something beautiful, a call for a higher meaning to life, a call for authenticity. I think some of you are feeling that call. I have been too. You know, you might even want to check your transits during this this eclipse, because you may have, you know, certain houses that are being affected more than others. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is so crazy. That is so wild. Okay, legitimately, institutions and the reverse King of Wands. I think many of you actually do feel like you're called to fight the powers that be too. Like, I feel like not fighting by being ugly, but I feel like you're fed up with the institution, which is, you know, say, it can be church, it can be the government, it can be your local authorities, it can be anything, it can be your employer, your family, whatever. Imagine any hierarchy or institution that is acting the fool, acting like assholes, arrogant, entitled, rude, abrasive. And I think you're just done playing the game. It's like, yeah, y'all can stay moody if you want to. Y'all can stay angry and fearmonger if you want to. But, you know, I've had anxiety about money long enough. I've been worried long enough. I am ready to move the F on. I can do this. I've got this. I think you've got the courage. You've got what it takes, don't you? And I think this, every time I pick up this card with you guys, I get the chills. I feel like your hope is outweighing and overriding your fear. I think your hope is outweighing and overriding your anxiety about money. Your, what do you call it? Maybe even the rational mind. Rationally, you have every reason to be scared. Rationally, you have every reason for people and family to say, this is stupid, you shouldn't do that. And you're like, sorry, I can't see the warning signs or the danger signs, because all I see is the call. And I know it's going to take a lot of patience and a lot of focus. But when the call happens, your soul knows that the eternal consequences are so much more important than any temporary discomfort you have. And you're willing to ride it. You're willing to ride these scorpionic, deep, deep undercurrents of chaos to get to your destination. Three of Winter, that's Three of Swords reversed. Let's see. Nine of Winter reversed, that's Nine of Swords reversed. And then the Seven of Autumn, that's Seven of Pentacles. I've gotten this for quite a few people. I think I've told this to someone else too. This is the craziest thing, okay? I've seen this with a lot of people in very different scenarios. This is what I told someone else. I feel like a lot of people, because you've got to remember this eclipse in Taurus is ruled by Venus. So of course it's affecting relationships, but Taurus really is asking us to get grounded, to find our values, right? And so despite the fact that you have been hurt and injured and mistreated and gone through a lot, possibly even third-party situations, personal heartache, you name it, right? You have this steady desire to keep your focus, to keep working, to keep trudging forward. I have seen so many, like I said, every scenario is very different, but I've seen so many people. It is beautiful. You guys are so beautiful. I have seen so many people that what this transformation energy has been doing over the last several months, really years, and then even more so the last few months, and even more so the last 2 or 3 weeks. People are starting to realize their worth and their value. And they're starting to come to the decision that their relationships are not worth it if they're faulty. That they need to focus on what they value the most. You guys got this, you know? I could give you advice, but from what I'm seeing, you guys already know you're going for it. You know, and I wish you luck. I wish you blessings. I hope you make it through this okay. I think some of you guys are going to be out in the social sphere a lot more than you have in the past. And that's where you belong. That's where Sagittarius thrives, working together with other people, you know. I've never met a Sag that really likes to be isolated or alone or just stuck in a small little sphere of influence. You know, they like to spread their wings, don't they? So I love you guys. I bless you. Until next time.